Hey, well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and I am super excited because I have part of the team with me this morning. Hey, guys. Hello.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Morning, everyone.
Hi. Proof that we can do what we're doing from anywhere we're doing it.
Exactly. I always have the wrong color on, but I'm doing good.
Well, hey, you know what? It's one step at a time.
Exactly. I'm always blue when you guys are red and red when you guys are blue.
Well, Ford, but let's start with you. You've got some new decorations going on. Look at this. Go
Oh,
happening.
no, exactly. I got a little organized at my home office over the last month. So,
Pictures.
yeah, definitely.
Where'd
Uh,
you
where'd I get them? Wayfair.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Wayfair.
Yeah.
Bought the
Love
picture.
Wayfair.
Cheap artwork. There's another one called Great Big Canvas, too. So,
We need to write that down.
yeah. So, yeah, definitely. Morning, everyone.
Yes. Good morning. Hi, and Billy. There we go. Now we've got you in your car. Where are you coming back from this morning?
I am in Boonville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin's telling us good morning. Hello, good morning to you, Robin, as well. Look see, it's so much fun. I've got four of us here this morning. Yeah. So we just got off the Buffini coaching call this morning, and I'm still laughing over a comment that Jennifer Dick made because she was talking. She goes, Elizabeth, you're always telling us, the four things. And if you're not doing the four things, then, you're not working. And I'm listening to her, and guys, I have no clue what she's talking about. Like, no clue. And she's like, no, you're always telling us these four things. And I'm thinking she's like, I don't know. Maybe I just learned it and I'm attributing it to you. And I was like, yeah.
Well,
Like
Awesome.
getting into her head.
Maybe the four things were four, family, occupation, recreation, and what's D stand for?
Dreams.
Dreams, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, and we were talking about, part of what we were talking about was the kind of, I'll draw it again here for this group, was the curve. And if you can kind of see, like, this type of curve is what I worry about, what I talk to new agents about, what we worry about as far as your business goes, that, when you're brand new, I got to do this backwards. You start here, right? So you're starting down here. You tell everybody the first year in business, oh my gosh, I'm in business. And so now your business grows, but now you forget to prospect and keep talking to them. And so now your business goes down. And with this pandemic, same kind of things happening. It's like 100 days ago, everybody goes home. Okay, I got to contact my clients. Are you safe? Are you good? Are you well? Now your business is climbing, but are you still contacting them and kind of trying to do that? And think about that. So what have we learned? What have we done this week? What have we focused on that is of interest to the agents? And I decided something this morning. I thought, every Friday I want to bring you guys on, have a kind of group chat on what did we do this week? What were we doing that is helping the agents? What did we do? Right?
What's happened this week?
Yeah, so we're like, yeah. So
I know we definitely started. We did the flip book, which Billy took off and has already created one or two for our agents, which has been really cool and really exciting. Billy, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, how it's got set up is basically a virtual home book, so that you can send it via text or email or however you want to share it, and you can basically flip through it like it's a virtual, magazine per se. And also, I provide one printout that you can put in the home that the home book's for, that has the QR code on it, with instructions on how to use a QR code scanner. Most phones now have it built right into your camera. At least I know what iPhones do. But anyway, so you can put that one printout instead of printing out a whole bunch of paper material, and instead just have it right there virtual for you.
Well, that was one of the first questions I got when I kind of sent out, check out the flip book for the home books. And someone said back there, like, I don't want them touching things. I wasn't doing home books anymore. And I was like, no, the QR code.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ford,
Yeah, 'cause you're not even going to touch that paper. You're just going to scan the code that's on it.
yeah, I was going to say, Ford, can you give a kind of a, cheat sheet of what a QR code is for those who are still going, I know, but I don't know?
QR code, that's that little square code that has a bunch of stuff in there like that, and you can scan with your phone, which most cameras now just scan it on your phone, and you don't have to have an app anymore, which is great. You see them in places, you see them in not places, but they seem to have hung in there and not died out in the world of tech, and people keep using them, and I think maybe will start to happen more, even with the not wanting to touch anything.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. I mean, with everything going on, that's like the perfect thing to use for that,
Well, and Jamie, you saw restaurants who are doing that.
I saw restaurants. I was at Chris McDee's last week. They've got it on their tables where you just scan it and can have the menu then on your phone. And I think there's another one I went to, I don't remember, but definitely the restaurants are kind of picking it up for the touchless, system, because I think the restaurants are doing paper menus that they throw away right now instead of reusable menus. A lot of them are, so just so the germs aren't spreading. But this is a way, obviously, to save the paper then and be able to have it there on your phone. So
yes. So what else have we learned this week? What's kind of gone on that we can focus on, talk to the agents?
Oh, I've hammered a few website questions and email questions and domain questions this week. So don't ever be afraid to reach out to me if you get confused about any of that stuff. The tech world is still running on that, and I can help anyone.
Jamie, we had some conversations with some of the title companies. I know their procedures are still kind of in place.
Yes, so still in touch with all three here local. Boone Central, I think all of them really are just still allowing the signers to come in, trying to keep it limited to as few people as possible. We are setting up some new procedures just to make that touchless part even more so on the back end with your commission checks and paperwork. Everything's getting scanned, email, kind of direct deposited, and it's going really well. Trueline and Boone Central have electronic earnest money. Monarch's still working on it, but they are hoping early next week. So that is still all going on too.
Awesome. I sent out the information on the survey that we had gotten, that we had learned from what buyers are wanting and what buyers are selling. I still think one of the best tips from that was the two things about the videos, and that was taking more video of the outside of the house, of the neighborhood, not just showing the inside, because especially when they're looking online. And then the other one was, as you're going through the house, pointing out specific features of different things that maybe have been redone, or maybe need some attention, but just kind of talking a little bit more about the condition of the house, not just the features of the house, making sure you kind of defer to the disclaimers on the seller's disclosure. I saw I talked a little bit about some automating and different things we can do to automate with our clients this morning on our Buffini thing, making sure you call them like every Monday and use slide dial. And I stole some of that from an agent in Chicago who just recently sold her home, guys. So she posts on her Facebook page. She's like, I got my video. It must have worked because it sold within 24 hours. I know she's kind of techie. I know she has a huge business. I clicked on the video, 27 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
27 minutes.
7 minutes. And I clicked on it, and as she started to go through, I was like, man, she's taking a lot of time. Here's the crazy thing. I got sucked in for 27 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know if I was just curious because I knew her and I wanted to sneak inside her house, or what. She had a couple of comments and it said, aren't you worried about the time? And she made an interesting point, and she said, we started doing this with the pandemic. She goes, this isn't something we would send everybody, but if we knew that we had somebody who was a little bit more interested or wanted to show it, we would send it to the agent and send it to them. And she said, she goes, if they're really interested, they're going to watch it. Well, she literally went through, this is the closet. Here are the dimensions. Here's the new wainscoting we did. Here's the crown molding that we did. And
that is one thing you kind of miss when you're not in the home, is being able to see like the closet space or the cabinet space. And so it does make sense if they're not able to actually go in.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was a true virtual showing. Like, here I am, I'm walking through the house. Let me move my camera down here. Let me move my camera up there. And of course, because it was cute, and again, because I wanted to see what our house looked like, I watched it. But she said it's just something different that they're trying to do. And I was like, that's kind of interesting, maybe something else. PPP loans, we learned some significant kind of changes and provisions to that as far as the forgiveness goes, as far as the percentage goes, with the payrolls now adjusted to where you can spend less on payroll, more on expenses. So that kind of helps out a little bit. If you kind of need to adjust that accordingly, the timeline has significantly extended from 8 weeks to 4. You've been talking about this from day one.
Yeah.
One that the 8 weeks wasn't going to work and they were going to have to adjust the date.
Yeah, there was no way the 8 weeks was ever going to work. They were going to get crushed. It didn't make sense to take loans when you're not making money for restaurants and all that stuff. So
it made no sense to give someone a loan that they had to use when they couldn't be open.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That didn't work, but
no.
Hopefully they got it taken care of.
It's on a different track now, and I think that is definitely the case with making and there's no more money. There's still money, so you can still apply for that and absolutely do that. There was something else we did this week that I knew was that we were kind of working.
We did the lunch and learn. It feels like forever ago. Showing time on using the app and how to insert your own showing instructions. And I think we did record that one, and it is up. I've heard a couple of people have watched it and got some good tips from that. So good.
Well, and now I know. I was like, I know I've got another big thing on our list, and it was the escalation clause.
Oh yes, yes.
We were working on and sending out, and don't forget in that attachment where I attached the escalation clause, I filmed a little video, and that it just kind of a summary of what is an escalation clause, what does it do, what does it not do, and how you can kind of do that. So kind of check that out with things as well. So here were the, let's see, 5 tips that I apparently say all the time that, that if you're not doing, you're not really working. So Jennifer Jick, this one's for you. If you're not showing, right? If you're not writing a contract, if you're not closing, if you're not prospecting, should start with prospecting, showing, writing a contract, closing, and then doing client follow-up, different than prospecting, you might not be working this week. So focus in on those 5 things. I haven't figured out if there's some amazing acronym, but you know what this means, Billy?
What?
Another
another logo.
Another logo.
When you see me post it, I'll get it done.
That's right. Another logo. So
logo factory.
The logo factory. Prospecting, showing, writing a contract, closing, client follow-up. And with that, Billy, though, you did do an amazing photo shoot this week for the Como team.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that really turned out really nice. And, again, that's a talent that we have and we can help you with and kind of do some of that with as well. Next week on the agenda, we've got Lunch and Learn scheduled for Tuesday for Agent Insight. We're going to have a Tuesday all office meeting to kind of, again, recap where we are with some different things, make sure we answer any questions that you have moving forward. And what do you guys want to say to kind of what's our something awesome? It's Friday, so what is our something awesome we want to share with everybody and wrap up with?
Well, Tyler and I are going to go look at a pop-up camper from one of his family members. So it's like a really, really, really good deal, like really good. So we can't pass it up. So that's exciting. So now I have my own bed to sleep in instead of staying in other people's campers when we go camping.
Well, that's super fun.
Yeah, it'll be a fixer-upper, but we're kind of excited. We like doing little projects like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not we don't know for sure if we'll get it, but we're gonna go look at it tomorrow. So
Nice.
Yep.
Order Jamie's. What's something awesome?
Well, Emma's out of town. Emma went to Denver with my sister and my dad and her kids to see my other sister. They're all kind of quarantined in a hotel together, so I don't know how that's going to go. But so I'm kind of basically kid-free this weekend. So we've got some adult plans and just, not have to go to the pool with Emma and just kind of relax and have some fun. So
I think
Nice.
that deserves some snaps.
Some snaps, yeah.
Snap it out.
How about you, Ford?
Looking forward to a good weekend. Going to a birthday party tomorrow night, and which will be great. And I think the kids are probably looking forward to the pool again. They're on swim team though, so they kind of get tired of the pool pretty quick a little bit. But they're hanging in there. So looking forward to a
it's
good
early
weekend.
still to get sick of it already.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to a good weekend. So it should be pretty good.
Nice. Something awesome that I'm so excited about for the weekend. I get my hair cut.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't had my hair cut the entire time. So this is it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, have a great weekend. It's Friday. I know many of you have had a really busy week. You probably are going to have a very busy weekend again. Very well could be, but big time to take some time out for yourselves. Do something out in the community. Head on out. Outreach to someone because that's what gives you energy and kind of makes you feel better. Share that real estate information, and we love you. Bye. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend.